necessarily those of Gameshout. Red Planet LLC.
And really bad, and the world's intelligence seems very sad, and it sucks harder than a hooker on daylight savings time. When the things you do seem very dull, and your sex life is so void and null, and you're stuck standing in the unemployment line. Jerk! Wacky Wednesday, so just let it go. It's Half-Life Radio, so anything goes. You can sing karaoke like you're in a bar, but you're not really drunk, and everyone lives so far away. So just kick back and relax for 3 hours. We're a trip for your head. You will wish you were dead by the end of the time, 'cause you know that if I'm blue, I'm sitting right here trying to drink all your beer, and we're having a blast just like we're in the past. It's all gonna go down tonight on Wacky Wednesday. It's all gonna go down tonight on Wacky Wednesday.
This is the #1 gaming station in the world for online gaming news, interviews, product reviews, and clan news. Broadcasting live from the bunkers of irc.gameshout.net. This is Half-Life Radio with Andy Hodges, Ranger, Timmay, SexyJosh, Lewis Cypher, Death Toll David, and Egoraptor. This show is live before an IRC audience. To participate, visit www.halfliferadio.com and click on the Chat Now link. Clicking Chat Now will connect you live in the radio channel on irc.gameshout.net. Half-Life Radio, playing the hottest in-game music in the world.
And welcome back. Another hour of the Half-Life Radio show here only on Gameshout. We're the Gameshout Radio Network, and we're broadcasting live from the radio channel on GamesNet, irc.gamesnet.net. And if you don't have an IRC client, just go to halfliferadio.com, click on the Chat Now link, and that'll get you right into the radio channel on GamesNet. And we're on our way to E3 starting next week. For those that don't know, here at Half-Life Radio, we will be live at E3 doing interviews with other members of the industry, including Gabe Newell, Doug Lombardi from Valve, ATI, Vivendi. We're setting up a lot of stuff here, so it's going to be an incredible upcoming 2 weeks that we have. And we're going on the road next week. So the first stop is we're stopping in Las Vegas. And after that, we're going to Los Angeles for the E3. So exciting times, but I don't know if I can handle being in the same Winnebago with all these guys that I have to work with.
I can't wait.
I don't know what I'm going to do about that. By the way, who's driving that big Winnebago? It's being leased from a company here locally, and it's a pretty big Winnebago.
I am. Hey, I've driven everything on 4, 6, and 18 wheels. I can drive this Winnebago no problem. Yeah.
You're going to wear your captain's hat?
You know it, man. I'm one from, Star Trek. I wear the, captain shirt and everything. In fact, I'm thinking about getting a tattoo of, a Badger. Guys are all calling me Badger Kid, or Captain Badger now.
We also have an update. Ghost Freeman will be at E3 before we do, of course. We'll have an update on that. Supposedly, he's going to try to be in the facility in this big civic center that's in Los Angeles. He's going to try to get there after hours and watch them set up the Valve booth, as well as the second booth, which is going to be the grand finale of the Half-Life 2 demo. And he thinks that they've got some type of safe that they're going to bring in and lock that has the new Half-Life 2 demo, and so he was asking us what Gabe Newell's birth date is, because he thinks that is the combination to unlock the save.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if we can't spot him out there, but, you know, anybody here know Gabe's birthday? I don't either.
Hey, why don't we give him a call tonight, see what he's up to so far?
Well,
I think we should do that. We'll give Ghost Freeman a call and see what's what. You know, the guy has gone to more places around the world within the past 3 months than I have in my entire lifetime. What's up with that?
Well, he's got a lot of fat reserve to burn, so he really doesn't need to take many breaks.
Well, this is Half-Life Radio's Wacky Wednesday tonight. We will be taking some folks and bringing them on the air. We have a musical guest tonight. And who is that musical guest?
Tonight's going to be Timmay from Metroid Metal. It's a guy who's going back and rewriting all the original Metroid music into, well, heavy metal. Hence the name Metroid Metal.
That's pretty cool stuff. I got a chance to listen to some of that stuff today, and he does a really good job at that. I'm very impressed. So we'll have him on the show here in a few minutes. But first, Captain Maverick with the news. I think we lost Maverick.
Thank you, Andy, and welcome everyone to this laid-back, wacky Wednesday.
Boy, that was professional.
On the Gameshout Radio Network, Half-Life Radio news from around the world. Well, you know, this has been an interesting week for babies. Yep, I got a little story here about an 18-month-old Rylan Miller was found alive sitting next to the dead body of her father by an off-duty policeman that was out jogging. You see, he lost control of their car approximately 11 a.m. on Sunday, and, well, she was found alive at 5:40 p.m. on Monday. It's a day and a half, about 30 hours later. And Sergeant Mark Wilson found Rylan. She was quiet. She was just sitting there. Turns out that he survived about 15 hours after the crash, and Rylan actually is still in a hospital. And if the coroner's correct, that she could have crawled away, but decided to hang around with Daddy instead. Well, not only that, but there's another little baby who, well, kind of in Romania, leaning out a window, actually over a balcony, and kind of fell off the balcony of the family home. Grandma was very, very glad that this baby was feeding the dog over the balcony at the time, because there was a dog underneath the balcony. Guys, the dog caught the baby and saved the baby's life.
I thought you were going to say that Michael Jackson pushed the baby over the edge.
No, I'll get to my Michael Jackson news next.
Oh, okay, different story.
Different story. See, she leaned out too far over the balcony. She was standing on a stool. She lost her balance when Grandma wasn't looking. And the dog, luckily, broke her fall. Grandma says, "It's a miracle that he's still alive. The dog saved her life." Grandmother's 77 years old. The dog she landed on, by the way, has been given a clear bill of health now at the vet. Seems to be quite fine now, thank you very much. Flowers can be sent, care of Romania, Latvia.
Well, we'll have to send some flowers.
Care of... Michael Jackson is just... this guy, I don't know, guys. You heard what he did this week?
He's got new lawyers now, right?
That's right. Mark Gugaros and Benjamin Brofman. Jackson's high-profile attorneys are being replaced by Thomas Messereau Jr., a well-known attorney who briefly represented actor Robert Blake. found out he was guilty and said, "Screw this, I'm out of here." They don't take a case they can't win. Anyhow, Brafman says that for reasons that they choose not to discuss publicly, that they made the change. Mesereau was set to represent Jackson this Friday at his arraignment. When prodded by reporters, Jackson's spokesman said that she had no idea that Michael had switched attorneys. Some wonder if Jackson lost faith in his legal team. According to Dana Cole, a past associate of Mesereau, Jackson wanted Mesereau when the child molestation charges surfaced, but he was too busy working on the Blake case. Gregaros might not have enough time for Jackson because of the Peterson trial. You know, it's like
What
rats
the hell is
sinking
up with that?
It's rats sinking and deserting a sinking ship.
It's gotta be. It's. I'm sure his attorneys, and this is only speculation, but I mean, they're like, oh crap, they finally indicted him. We're out of here.
Can you blame them though? I mean, look at what they've got to defend.
Michael Jackson.
Well, yeah, exactly. Of course, this is a story that's quite, near and dear to Michael's heart. It says that more boys have dyslexia. That's right, they've been shown to have more dyslexia than girls do. It disputes previous research that more boys were diagnosed with dyslexia because, well, they acted out their frustrations in a classroom. Well, it's found that 18 to 22% of boys compared to 8 of 13% of girls suffer dyslexia. The study was performed in children not known to have learning difficulties and therefore removed some of the bias of previous studies. Nearly 3 million American children have learning difficulties, and 80% of these are dyslexic. These children have normal intelligence but have problems with reading. But actually, it's not just that. What they have are problems with taking, if you imagine your mind as a file cabinet, okay? Now, your normal person takes things and everything that happens in life and sorts them away in a normal file cabinet. And while they're reading, they take the words and sort them into a normal file cabinet kind of manner. But with a dyslexic person, imagine that file cabinet with the files just thrown in there helter-skelter and no rhyme or reason. That's what they're dealing with. So it's not a problem of being able to understand or have intelligence. It is a problem of being able to retrieve information. And there are ways of working around it.
True story. I think Ozzy Osbourne has that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been dyslexic in my life. I'm a little dyslexic, but not dyslexic. Nah, mate.
Well, I think you heard it from the horse's mouth. Okay, maybe not.
Puff the magic dragon.
Hey, did you hear C Network's new online technology company yesterday launched a free music download service? This service allows users to search and download songs from independent and unassigned artists like Andy singing Puff the Magic Dragon. It's based on the company's Download.com service. Now, CNET Networks acquired MP3.com last year, but this new service will be separate from that. CNET also is said to have that MP3.com will be relaunched as an information website soon. Users and artists alike complained loudly when MP3.com was shut down. Over the next year, CNET plans to extend its music download service until it becomes the largest download platform on the internet. Well, take that, RIAAIRAII, you alphabet soup, you.
So I could get signed.
You could get signed singing Puff the Magic Dragon right here on Half-Life Gameshout Radio Network, radio and all that. Yes.
And I can get signed by CNET.
Well, at least you can get downloaded on CNET, but remember we tried selling your portrait on eBay and only got $1.38 for it. I don't think your song is going to sell any better.
I'm pretty upset about that. For those that don't know, somebody took my picture and started an auction on eBay, and the auction only got up to $1.38.
Well, see, now one lady did bid $138, but see, then she realized that it was of Andy Hodges, not of Andy Kaufman. You be that? Sharka, the 2-ton white rhino, got amorous with Dave Alsup's car when he stopped with 3 friends to take pictures of the animal mating with his partner Trixie in the West Midland Safari Park. The 12-year-old rhino, who must be blind as a bat, tried to mount his Renault Laguna from the side, denting the doors and ripping off a wing mirror before Dave drove away with a puffing Sharka in pursuit. "Baby, come back. I want you some more." He was a big boy and obviously aroused, Alsup told the newspaper. He sidled up against us, they said. The next thing they knew, he was knocking and banging away at the car and rocking it like hell. That's right. The spokesman for the park, which said rhinos are not particularly intelligent animals, duh, on its website said that Sharka was hit with the female rhinos and had fathered 2 calves in the last 5 years. They said he's got a bit of a reputation, this lad, and he was obviously, well, at it again. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, boy.
You know, not to get back to the Michael Jackson story or change the subject, but, you know, it really bothers me that the guy used to have a pet monkey.
Why? Do you want to spank his monkey?
That just bothers me. I don't know. I wonder if the monkey will be in trial.
Do you wish to pet my monkey? I want to... Come here. Touch my monkey.
That's just... That's like... There's something wrong with that. I don't know, man. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it.
Well, how about this one? All the weird stuff happens in Florida. A Florida woman has been arrested and charged with filing a false crime report after she hid her 2 daughters at her mother's home and then reported them missing. Police say that Maureen Hicks, 27, did this because she was angry at her husband for dropping the girls, aged 6 and 11, a block away from home after drinking. What the hell was he doing drinking and have her them in the car with him? Jerk. He probably spent about 10 hours out there before police learned the report was a hoax. Detective Yarich said that Maureen, her mother, her husband, all were arrested and on bail and, well, released on bail ranging from $500 to $3,500. And I say good riddance to them. Thank you very much. And you want to hear what else happened in Florida? Check this out. Napalm sausage.
In Florida right now.
Oh, no wonder. These 2 teenage boys were arrested in Fort Myers. They've been arrested for constructing a destructive device. The 2 boys made a homemade napalm and wrapped the bottle in kielbasa sausage. That's right. It was a sausage bomb. And it was planted in the wooded area near an intersection. Several homes were evacuated before the device was found by police. Southwest Florida Bomb Squad destroyed the device. They grilled it on a barbecue and ate it. Oh, I'm sorry.
They probably got mad because one of the mods that we interviewed, you know, they weren't going to use napalm.
That's probably it. At least that's what I believe. Well, all the weird stuff, I don't know what it is. Just all that weird stuff tends to happen down there in that Florida. And this one I thought was interesting, but I was wondering if it was in Florida or not. A company called Desert Ecosystems has designed a urinal which requires 1 bucket of water a day to clean, as opposed to the average water use of about 1,500 to 2,000 liters for flushable urinals. The compound in the urinal that smells is insoluble, and it's called uric scale. In the waterless urinals, bile cubes convert uric scale into soluble substance. This is more effective than flushing to remove uric scale. You get a urinal that won't block, is free from odor, and that won't require water.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right, try peeing in that. I see, my problem is, well, I guess, if I'll go, on the side of a tree, I guess,
Well, I just got a problem with porta potties, and I don't ever go in them. I just, especially with you guys on the trip to Las Vegas and E3 in Los Angeles, because we're stopping at both places. I'm a little bit terrified that you guys are gonna knock over the damn porta potty while I'm in it.
Well, when I was a kid, I lived down in Florida. I told you about that. I lived down in the Tampa St. Pete area, and I went into one of those porta potties once, and I sat down and was immediately bitten on the ass by a black widow spider. I couldn't find anybody that would suck the venom out. None of my friends had the balls to suck the venom out and save my life. But I was sick for a few days, and at least I didn't die in the process.
I ain't touching that, man.
You want me to put my lips around what?
I ain't going down there.
Will you at least wipe first?
Oh, now you're getting nasty.
Do it yourself.
Hey, you want to talk about luck? Massachusetts resident Mark Mason got an awful shock when a century-old drawbridge that he started crossing started to open. This father of two had both of his young children in the back of the van, so he made a quick decision. He must have watched Fast Too Furious too many times, because the guy punched it. He sped up. He just barely made the jump, flattened all four tires, but he made it onto the other side. Kids were shaken, but unhurt, and all four tires were popped. He hit the edge of the steel bridge, and officials, of course, are investigating what might possibly could have gone wrong. Well, don't open the damn bridge when somebody's driving across it. That might help, okay? I mean, come on, guys. What is this? A circus? Huh? I don't know about this. Well,
Benny Hill rules.
that's right. Benny Hill does rule. Well,
Rest
that's
in
it for
peace,
tonight's
Benny.
news. I want to thank you all for tuning in to the Gameshout Radio Network news from around the world. And tonight, you can imagine Benny Hill, butt naked, and running away at top speed. Nope, I don't want to go there, thank you. Back to you, Andy.
You know, I like that song up until you mentioned that.
Okay, not so loud, okay.
Must burn image from brain.
Oh gosh. It still bothers me that Michael Jackson had a pet monkey once, but anyway. This is Gameshout, or this is the Half-Life radio show on Gameshout, and we are in the radio channel on irc.gamesnet.net or gameshout.net, either one. I'm really confused today.
I've really thrown you for a loop with that image. I am so sorry, Andy. I didn't mean to do that to you.
I'm gonna sue you.
Oh, again? You ain't gonna get much.
I'm SexyJosh. I'll be representing Andy Hodges as his legal advisor.
You're screwed! That's what they all say.
Okay, to recap, we are going to be broadcasting remotely next week from a Winnebago. We're heading out on a road trip to, first stop is going to be in Nevada, Las Vegas of all places, and then we're going to California to the E3 showing, which is in Los Angeles. And we've got a big show for you tonight. We have a special guest. and it is Wacky Wednesday. And we're going to take a quick break. You definitely want to turn up the next set of music because we are about to jam. This is Half-Life Radio.
Half-Life Radio. Like today's best rock music on the internet. Broadcasting live from irc.gameshout.net. It's time to kick ass. Half-Life Radio.
All right, these are the simple rules.
Half-Life Radio is property of Gameshout, a company of Red Planet LLC. All rights reserved. Executive producer, Andy Hodges. For live broadcast booking information, syndication, or advertising, email info@halfliferadio.com.
And now, the good news.
All comments expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Gameshout, Red Planet LLC, its advertisers, guests, or syndication affiliates. All music is licensed by ASCAP and BMI. Recordings of this broadcast prohibited without prior written consent. This is the #1 gaming station in the world for online gaming news, interviews, product reviews, and clan news. Broadcasting live from the bunkers of irc.gameshout.net. This is Half-Life Radio with Andy Hodges, Ranger, Timmay, SexyJosh, Lewis Cypher, Death Toll David, and Egoraptor. This show is live before an IRC audience. To participate, visit www.halfliferadio.com and click on the Chat Now link. Clicking Chat Now will connect you live in the radio channel on irc.gameshout.net. Half-Life Radio, playing the hottest in-game music in the world.
And we're back. It's the Half-Life Radio show on GamesNet, on Gameshout rather, and we're also on GamesNet, irc.gamesnet.net. And if you don't have an IRC client, just go to halfliferadio.com, click on the Chat Now link, and that'll get you right into the radio channel of where we're broadcasting live from. We have Stemage here from Metroid Metal, the website. Welcome, Stemage.
Hey there, how's it going?
Excellent. The website is metroidmetal.com. That's www.metroidmetal.com. You can also see that link on halfliferadio.com. If you go to the home page, it's the top story. And we have Stemage, and to start off the interview, we have SexyJosh.
Actually, can I take a second and interview SexyJosh? I have a one-question interview for him. Is that all right?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I just want to know if SexyJosh is actually sexy or is it just a clever handle?
I've seen Josh many times. I sit across from Josh many times. And let me tell you, Josh, well, if I was a woman, you know, he's kind of cute.
That's good enough. That's good enough. Interview's over. See you guys later.
Well, you know, I've been asked for, like, is sexy supposed to be like, you know, calling fat guys tiny? Well, no. You'd have to ask my girlfriend about that one. But anyways, back to the interview of Stemage and
His
Metroid
girlfriend says he has a small one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, my pinky. I got a freakishly small pinky on my left hand. It's like creepy. Anyways, back to the actual interview. So anyways, we're here with Stemage from MetroidMetal.com. I personally listened to almost all of his tracks that he has up so far, and a special one. We'll get back to that one later. And excellent music. If you're into metal music and if you're into video games, you have to check out the site MetroidMetal.com. Stemage, now, where did you come up with this idea to start redoing the entire first soundtrack for Metroid?
Well, I actually started, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Metroid Prime, the GameCube Metroid. I actually finished the Game Boy version of Metroid, Metroid Fusion, which unlocked the original Metroid game in Metroid Prime. And, you know, I had not played it in a long time, so I got a chance to sit and really listen to the theme song on the title screen. And it was really good. You know, it's been a long time since I'd listened to it, and I'd written a lot of music since then, and it was so good. It was really sci-fi. It was really dark, and I started putting together beats in my head while sitting on the couch, and decided to pick up the guitar and give it a shot, and recreate some of those melodies and just totally obliterate the rhythms altogether. So yeah, then I put the first track together, put it up on the net, and played it for some friends, and everyone seemed to really dig it. So I bought the URL, Metroid Metal, and as I played through the game, I remembered how amazing all the music is, and so I just figured I'd do the entire soundtrack. That's pretty much it. And it's been about a year since then.
Nice, nice. Now, do you plan on doing, like, any of the other Metroids after you get done with the first one?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to decide at this point. I'm actually getting requests for a lot of different games, and I'm about 8 tracks into this soundtrack. I got about 3 songs left, and honestly, I think if I left the franchise, I'd kind of feel like a traitor. So I think I'm going to take off and go do another Metroid game. Might do Super Metroid. It just depends. Or I might do a medley of different tracks from different games. The first Metroid game is by far my favorite one, so that's why I wanted to do the whole soundtrack. So we'll see.
I was hoping you'd do Metroid 2. It's like, I think it's the only one I've ever played, but the music on that, in my opinion, was the best.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. They're all bips and bleeps until Super Metroid. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have such minimal melodies to work with and just be able to put my own style to it.
Now, do you play the guitar, and like how does one go about recording? How do you usually go about recording each song?
I actually do all the instruments. I have actually used a drum machine, which is unfortunate, but it just comes down to the fact that I don't really have the equipment to make a real drum set sound as good as I want to. So actually, I just spend time learning the songs mainly from MIDI files I've got off the net, and then I just sit with my guitar and my drum machine, write out the parts, and record the parts one at a time until it's done, and that's pretty much it.
Cool, cool. Now, this isn't, like, how long have you been playing guitar, or how long have you been writing music for?
Well, let's see, I'm 25, and I've been playing guitar since about 5th or 6th grade, and, I've been writing music for a while, since early high school, and, started recording, I guess, early college, and I played drums for about 5 years, so I'm able to try to put drum parts down that are fairly realistic. I don't want to do something crazy. I want it to sound as real as possible, and I think for the most part I've gotten away with it. There are some parts where you can definitely tell it's canned, it's a drum machine, but for the most part I think it's okay. I'm pretty happy with it.
Now, in corresponding with you, we were going to have you on a couple weeks ago, but you had a show with your band. What's the name of your band?
The name of the band is called Off Center, and that's with an R-E, and I'm hoping my bandmates are listening somewhere. I don't know. They're in trouble if they're not. Anyway, we have a website too, offcenterband.com, and that's with an R-E, and you can go check out some of our stuff. Sort of a new style rock with instead of playing electrics, they play acoustics, but it's definitely really energetic acoustic rock. It's pretty good, so you can check that out. And I play drums for them.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. What are some of your musical inspirations? Whatever got you into music in the first place?
Well, it all pretty much started with guitar. I'm a big, late 80s is when I really got into it. I was really into, like, Eddie Van Halen and Steve Vai and Satriani and a lot of the 80s rock. I'm all into, like, I was all into Warrant and Winger, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. That's the reason these Metroid fanboys get their music is because of Winger. I'll say it. That and Benny Hill, by the way, which took my computer by storm here just a little bit ago.
Hey, I'll play it again for you if you want me to.
Please.
Yeah.
He's made of metal. He's what it's all about. That's really what I'm going for with this whole thing.
Yep, the end of the show. You got it.
Thanks.
I don't know. I keep getting that weird image.
Yeah, of Benny running away. Well, just now imagine this. Benny Hill's been dead for a few years, so... Boy, that's going to be a nasty image now.
Oh, gosh.
I hate you, Maverick.
Sorry, I am a bad boy.
I'm actually just trying to imagine Benny Hill on stage with a flying V and a mohawk, which is pretty disturbing as well.
Surrounded by badgers going badger, badger, badger.
You know what, though? There was an episode of Benny Hill where he was pretending that he was a rock star. Does anyone remember that?
I do. Wasn't it a green mohawk?
Now, I think he had this huge purple wig on or something, and he was up there bashing his head as if it, was a rock band or something. I forgot what the whole episode was, but he did try that.
I'm sure there was a lusty lady involved. There always seems to be.
Yeah, there was. He was trying to impress her.
That's the way it should be. Yeah.
It's like what Gene Simmons from Kiss said. Rock stars, they don't care about the music. All they care about is the women.
That's right. All we want is to get laid, mate.
I'm just trying to get laid from the video game girls. That's the only difference, which is actually pretty hard because they're few and far between.
Well, you should talk to Josh then.
Video girls.
But I hear he has a little pinky though. I don't.
Video game girls remind me of bankers. They might look nerdy and stuff, but underneath,
they're really macho.
Bet Metroid Metal's a good pickup in bars. Hey, ladies, I play for Metroid Metal. Don't walk away.
Yeah, I think it actually, it definitely doesn't sound good, when you say that it's, you're covering video game music. I think it's a little cooler after they hear it and they realize you've ruined a really good soundtrack. That's when it really goes over well.
It's solid, mate. It's solid.
Somebody mentioned in IRC about the magazine articles. Have any magazines picked you up?
No magazines. It's all been net related. Just because I actually haven't been shopping out CDs or anything because the soundtrack isn't really done. We'll see after all the tracks get completed, which actually isn't too far away. I've been plugged by like Penny Arcade and GameSpy and a couple other good ones. So the attention's been really good so far. So it's been a bandwidth hassle. So that's definitely a good thing. So yeah, I'm into it, and I got a lot of people in my community as well that are really digging it. So I definitely plan on keeping this going.
What is the community response to something like this, Ben?
It's interesting. Like some tracks are really sort of progressive and sort of take off from the original tunes because the original tunes are simple. Then other ones that are more melodic, I just try to do them, verbatim or whatever that is with music. So the response sometimes is, I hate it, I can't hear the original tune, or I don't like rock. A lot of people don't like guitar remixes for video games. A lot of people like, they prefer the electronic mixes, and some people just think it's awesome. So, and those are the ones I guess that hang out on the boards the most. And yeah, so it's definitely mixed. I got all kinds of responses, and people, different people like the different styles of the different tunes. I'm definitely trying to hit a wide variety of styles in these songs. So
I've got a question from the IRC audience. Let's see here. He says, any plans to do some covers of the original non-advanced Game Boy versions of Metroid? Maybe you understand what he's trying to say.
The original non-advanced, is that what he says?
Yeah, that's what he says, non-advanced.
I guess that means the really early ones. Yeah, that would be Metroid 2, and that would be what SexyJosh was referring to earlier. Yeah, I'm considering it. I'm definitely considering everything. I think the Metroid game that I've had the most requests for is Super Metroid, which is actually the one on the Super Nintendo. That was a little later. My favorite soundtrack after the first Metroid is Metroid Prime, which was GameCube, which is so tweaked up and covered in effects and beautiful. I almost hate to take it and run with it because the old games are just beeps and basic melodies, so it's a little easier to reinvent. But yeah, I'll definitely consider that. I got about 3 songs left on this soundtrack, and then we'll see from there.
Very good. Yeah, he's clarifying non-GBA.
Non-GBA, I gotcha.
Have you ever done any cooperative music with like anybody else on the internet over the net?
No, but that is something I'm actually thinking about getting started doing. I have some, ever since this got started, I've had several emails from people like bass players and other people who do sequencing or you know, just guitar players that want to collaborate because their style is definitely similar to mine. So yeah, I think I'll probably do that later, but I don't really have anything at this point that I can hold out and say, yeah, I did this with this guy over the net. Have you ever heard of a band called Postal Service?
Yes, actually, I have. It was in it with the lead singer of Death Cab for Cutie, I think.
That's right. Yeah, it just reminded me of that because they actually started recording an album and mailed it back and forth between two and 3 people, you know, to actually get the album finished, which is pretty interesting. It's even cooler than over the internet, as far as I'm concerned. You know.
She's actually mailing the stuff back and forth.
I got mail. All right, new CD.
We got a question from the IRC here. Will you? No, let me remove this here. Will you do the songs in Zero Mission that weren't in Metroid NES?
Oh yeah, that's possible. The Zero Mission music is the new Game Boy Advance Metroid, for anyone who doesn't know, and it's good. The music is wonderful. The redos of the original tunes are great, and yeah, there's some other tunes in there that are really good too. That'll probably be later. I don't think those pull as much nostalgia for people, just because it came out this year. But I'll definitely think about doing that later.
So do you think Samus is hot?
I don't know, it's funny, you never really seen her, except for the little pixelated version in the original game. It's funny, the fan art that people come up with for her is ridiculous. You got green hair, like punk Samuses, and then you got the busty blonde Samuses, and then you got the more butch ones, and those artists just argue that there's no way this teeny tiny girl can jump around in a big armored suit, which is a pretty good argument.
And there's the Metroid erotica that we don't even want to touch.
Yeah, morph balls and whatnot, yeah.
Please just not go there, thank you. I just can't deal with that right now.
Neither can I.
I'm just having a thing, you know, it's like my time or something, you know.
Wait, Samus is a girl? Are you serious?
Oh, you know, man. I played the entire first game and I got through it. It took me forever though, because I was a lot younger than when I played it, because I still have the original big-handed Game Boy. Maybe sometime I'll drag that out and start playing the game again. But I never knew until, like, I think about a year or two ago that Samus was a girl.
I played through it and beat it, and I'm like, you know, it starts over. Well, actually, I put it in there's a code. Here's a little trivia for anyone who doesn't know. If anyone played the old Metroid game, there was a code you put in that said Justin Bailey, and you underline all those words, and you get to start as Samus, and, you know, without her armor on. Turns out Justin Bailey actually means just in Bailey, because Bailey is actually a British word for swimsuit. So, and you actually start in her swimsuit. So it's sort of a little interesting geek trivia there for you.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess so. So, yeah, I actually didn't know it was a girl either. I put in the Justin Bailey code, and I'm like, wow, you can play as this girl too. You know, this is great.
Who the hell's Justin Bailey?
I don't know, but it's a girl.
I don't know, but she's really somebody you'd want to meet on a dark alley at night, you know? Hi, I'm Justin.
A real
Yeah,
girl.
she's got green hair, which was especially strange in 1987.
That's right. And I've been smoking for 30 years, and I don't think it's affected my health one bit.
Down, boy. Another question from the IRC. Have you ever played Half-Life or any of its modifications?
I have played Half-Life. It was years ago, and it was wonderful. Didn't go as far as to do any of the mods. And it's funny, I'm actually not nearly as much of a PC gamer as I used to be, so you guys are welcome to shut me off for that now. Definitely more of a console gamer now. Although I will tell you that, dude.
Out, man.
Exactly.
You suck, dude. Jerk.
So I will tell you that Half-Life 2 and Doom 3 are going to bring me back to it in a big way. I'm just sitting here with my finger on the buy button waiting for a release date so I can figure out if I want to buy a video card now or later. And I'm glad it wasn't later. I mean earlier, excuse me.
I tell you, I broke down. I went out and got my ATI 9600 XT with the 256 made on board. Yep. Oh yeah. More power, yeah.
I have a friend who's sort of he's a modification freak, and he studies the buses, and I don't even know where to start. he's trying to tell me what to buy now, and I'm just like, well, if the game isn't coming out to the end of the year, I think I'm going to wait a little longer. So we'll see.
Well, we will be reporting live from E3. And
this I know. That's wonderful, and I'm very jealous.
That'll be awesome.
I really wish I could. I wish I could trudge around in there with a great big Metroid Metal hoodie and just sort of, point and plug myself as I go through and play some of the best games to come out towards the end of this year. Definitely jealous.
You should come down to Fall Fest with us, what we're having. You can play live with us.
It's funny. I've been invited to play PAX, which is Penny Arcade's conference out in Seattle, in August and September, and it's ridiculous because I actually don't have a band to play this music. I'm actually having to gather musicians, and I'm definitely going to try to do it so we can go out and play it. Because if I miss that, I would hate it, because that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I've been watching that for a while. They just got some other musician signed on just recently. I think something out Bust Out Rhymes or whatever. I don't know who they got. It was some other. I think it was a hip hop group.
I believe the Mini Bosses are also playing too, which gotta definitely plug them. They're one of the inspirations for me. They were the first band I ever heard to do the video game cover music, and they did it quite well. They've been around for years, and I believe they're going to be playing the conference as well.
What about the Neskimos? What do you think of them?
Neskimos rock hard. Very, very cool. I talked to one of those guys a while back, and they're really cool. They got a real edge with their guitars, which I appreciate. So love it.
I miss the 80s rock, though.
Don't we all? I just miss the guitar solo, so I'm trying to put as much of that as I can into these tunes.
Eddie Van Halen was incredible back in the day.
No kidding. He was definitely the reason I picked it up, and still no one's been able to recreate his stuff, which is just great. I wish he'd come back around and do something. I just saw, actually, is it common for people to be interviewed and look at the IRC chat at the same time? Because I feel like my head's about to explode.
Absolutely.
We're all doing that right now. We just try to ignore it sometimes.
Yeah. There was one question on there, if I played Metroid on the GameCube, and I just want to say right now that Metroid Prime is by far my most favorite Metroid in the series.
Well, one of the questions here is, are you influenced at all by some of Teegtahn's other music? And are there any plans of doing other music from Teegtahn, like Kid Icarus, for example?
Yeah, it's like is it Tanaka or is it I can't remember what it is.
Tanaka, it's Tanaka.
Okay. Yeah. His stuff's actually really good. I had a chance to. I wasn't familiar with the composer of Metroid's music until I started listening hard to the first game, and I went around and tried to find a list of the other stuff he's done, and there's definitely a lot of people who are into his stuff in particular. I think he had a really interesting style about him, and I've definitely been able to take it apart because of how I've pretty much learned every tune down to the note, so it's really interesting to concentrate on one composer like that, especially one composing for a video game where you have limited voices to work with, and you're pretty creative. I haven't really considered that. I want to do Metroid for at least a little longer, and there are actually particular tracks from different video games I'm interested in getting to, and I have friends all the time that are jumping on VGmusic.com and getting midis of old games they like Skater Die and all these other ones, and trying to get me to do those tunes too. So we'll see.
That's very cool. That's very, very cool. What I'd like to really see is, I'd like to see your version of the Badger song.
Oh my goodness!
Wouldn't that be cool?
No.
Yes, the first time.
Horrible song.
How many times did you watch it before you realized it was a loop?
I don't know what you're talking about. I just don't know. You know?
Oh my god!
Badger.
I don't know about you guys, but that would make a wonderful heavy song.
It is Wacky Wednesday, after all. That's right.
Of course it is. It was karaoke, right?
Just a little wacky. You know I gotta go to the snake.
It's a snake! Oh no, it's a girl! It's a girl!
Okay, it's all yours.
Someone's requesting Someone's requesting Cannibal Corpse on the board. I'm pretty sure that was Cannibal Corpse.
I think you're
Old
right.
song from the early 90s. This is before they bought distortion pedals and all that.
Should be a SexyJosh Stemage song, Badger remake.
Well, all I can say is I promise you I will not play the hamster song on you tonight. Thank you for bearing with me.
Goodness. Okay, that's it. That's the next project. Me and SexyJosh, Badger style. It's on. You and me.
Oh, rock on. Yes.
This will be my first internet project. Sponsored by Half-Life Radio.
Hell yes. Half-Life Radio will have the exclusive track!
Radical, mate, I want to join it too. You know you like Ozzy on it too.
I don't even think Ozzy's too doped up to really do anything anymore.
I have another. Can I have another interview with
fetal position again?
Can I have another interview with SexyJosh? Just a one-word interview. Is that okay?
Oh, I think you ought to.
Absolutely.
Okay. Have you heard all the tunes on the site?
From your site? Yes.
From my site? I'm just curious.
Yes, I have. I've listened every single track multiple times.
Which do you have a favorite in particular, you sir? Because everyone says something different. I want to know what yours is, and I'll tell you what mine is.
Let me look back through the library real quick.
Show me
here.
yours, and I'll show you mine, basically.
Ooh, now we're talking. What are you talking?
Give me a minute here.
I think I know a young lady that you sang about that I find, well, crude, rude, and socially unacceptable, but that's beside the point.
I think, it's really hard to pick one favorite because a lot of them I really do like. But I'll just pick one from the group of the ones I really like. I think Bryn Star is one of your better ones.
Right on. That's a good one. That's a bouncy one. Some of them are a lot more noisy than others. And people always seem to connect with different ones. I have a question, a random question. Can you guys actually hear the little robot that is talking to me through Ventrilo?
No, we've actually shut that little robot off. You can, I'll tell you how to do that in a minute here.
Oh, we're good. Don't worry about it. But yeah, actually, certain tracks that are people's least favorite on the Metroid site are other people's favorite, and vice versa. So it's really hard to guess, to see what people are gonna like when I'm done with the track. And of course, by the time I'm done with it, I've heard it so many times I can't even hear it anymore. Much like the Badger song.
Stemage, by the
There
way,
you go.
all you have to do is click on Setup and then Events and turn all that off.
Beautiful.
See?
Thank you so much, Half-Life Radio, for that wonderful piece of information.
If you would like, we could actually play one of your songs here. I can play it right from here if you want to just pick one.
Oh, really? Any of these tracks here? Any of the tracks
Any of
on
your
the
tracks.
site? Or?
I have all your tracks sitting right in front of me.
Let's hear. A lot of people's favorites seem to be Kraid, so play the Kraid song.
All right, this is Kraid by Metroid Metal.
You know how hard it is to clap?
Very hard, I imagine.
Yeah, that was Kraid.
Yeah, that's a boss fight. Well, actually not a boss fight. Like, it's like an underworld song. It's sort of in the lair of one of the bosses you have to fight. That's sort of the music that sort of drones on top of you as you're jumping lava and shooting floaty things and all that.
Oh yeah, I could see that happening.
Who does the guitar work in that?
That's my guitar stuff. That's basically the melodies from the original song and sort of all the background stuff I wrote to go with it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Wow.
Thanks. Yeah, if you get the chance, anyone listening, go check out the site, MetroidMetal.com, and listen to the MIDIs. I have MIDI files of all the original tunes from the game, sort of side by side with the remixes, so you can sort of compare. There are a lot of times where I play it just like the original songs, and like there, as you could probably see in that song, there are definitely parts that I've totally added in during parts where there wasn't, much happening in the original song. So yeah, check it out.
So I like the fact you did that.
I'm posting the link in IRC here too for you.
Yeah, cool. Appreciate it.
Sorry about that, Josh. Don't mean to step on you.
What we're going to also do is we're going to bring some folks on Ventrilo. If you have Ventrilo, you are invited. The server is talk.halfliferadio.com. And if you have a question for Stimage, just put that in your comment, and we'll let you on the radio. Let's start out with Garrus. Garrus, welcome to Half-Life Radio. You have a question for Stimage?
No, not right now, because SexyJosh asked all the questions that I thought of.
Come on, make one up, dude. Come on, ask anything.
Anything.
Here, ask him this.
Well,
what's your favorite ice cream?
What's your favorite ice cream?
My favorite ice cream is I don't know. I think it's Moose Tracks. That's it. That's hardcore. That's heavy metal right there. It's Moose Tracks.
Let's go all the way to Denmark. Barracuda has a question.
Yeah, did you play Far Cry?
Excuse me? Play what?
Did you play Far Cry?
No, I actually did not play Far Cry. I did not understand you. No, I haven't actually played it.
Oh, great game.
Yeah, I should definitely play it. Have you played Metroid?
Yeah, but that's like 100 years ago.
Yeah, give or take. Give or take.
You have to understand, Barracuda's a very, very old man. He's about 3,212. So he's been here since the dawn of something.
The dawn of Far Cry. The dawn of Denmark.
All right, we got Vakar, or Vakar, here. You have a question for Stimage?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, it's Vakir.
Vakir.
Do you plan on doing Super Metroid music at all?
Yeah, that's actually probably the most requested soundtrack out of anything anyone really wants to hear. Everyone seems to want to hear songs from the different games, but Super Metroid is the first question anyone asks me, and I'm pretty sure you're definitely going to hear some Super Metroid tracks coming up after I finish this first project, but I definitely got to finish all the tracks from the first game before I'm going to move on. So, keep up, jump on the mailing list, and I'll let you know when I'm cranking out new tunes.
Okay, I actually have a question now. How long does it take, on average, how long does it take you to make one song?
Wow. I'd say it probably takes at least a few hours to figure out what the melodies are in the songs, sitting with my guitar in front of the computer in the MIDI file or in front of the game. And then and then after that, it takes mastering those parts. And then it's just a matter of spending days and days sitting with my drum machine and my guitar and sort of just adding parts together, structuring the songs. It's hard because a lot of the songs repeat after about 30 to 45 seconds, but I really want to make 2 to 3 minute or 3.5 minute songs, so I have to do a lot of composition in there. And then it gets down to recording, and there's at least 3 guitars in a song with bass, maybe some effects and drums, so the recording process definitely takes a couple days too. Since last year, I've been cranking them out about once every month or once every month and a half. If I worked on it constantly, I'm sure I'd get them out faster than that, but I don't ever want to rush any of these because I want to be totally happy with them before I up them. So, it definitely takes a little while since I'm just one guy.
Now, you actually have a new track out right now that's up for download on your, well, not on your site, it's for all the members of your forums I see here.
Yeah, it's actually for the, this is the medley, 2 songs. It's the final stage music, Turian, and the Mother Brain battle music. These are sort of together in about into about a 3.5 minute song. And I just actually finished this, finished it last night, tweaked it today, pretty much, and so no one's really heard this yet except for a couple sponsors on the message boards. So yeah, this is definitely a Half-Life Radio exclusive. Da-da! Got any music?
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this.
Da-da.
I've been really looking forward to this. Here, my lighter is flicking.
Awesome.
Well, if you want me to play it now for everyone to get a listen to real quick.
Sure, sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Everyone in IRC are like playing it.
All right, well, give me a second here, and we shall play Touring Brain.
Thank you.
awesome. That is freaking awesome.
It's a little noisy, eh?
Wow,
You know, I was cranking that over here. My wife is going, hey, that's really good music. And she's usually not into, you know, heavy metal.
Your wife is a metalhead. That's awesome.
That was just beautiful, man. I love that.
Cool, right on. Thanks.
And when's that song going to be released for public download?
It'll probably shoot up on the site this weekend or beginning of next week. So sponsors, I've had a lot of. I really want to keep the site free for everybody, and I've had a lot of downloads in the past while because of some links. So I actually put up a little tiny PayPal thing, and if anyone wants to send me $1 or more, then I make them a sponsor on the boards, and the sponsors get a MP3-less CD whenever it's completed in the mail, and they get to hear all the tracks early. So they've heard that, and no one else has, except for you guys and your listeners. So appreciate it.
Very cool. Very cool idea.
That's right, folks. That was a Half-Life Radio exclusive. So go to his site, download more music. Enjoy. We're still here. You'll be here for a while. We'll play more music tonight as the night progresses.
And I'll post the website again over and over and over again for you.
Thanks so much. Appreciate that.
Well, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back in a couple minutes with more music from Stemage and all kinds of other stuff. It's actually an honor to have you on the show tonight, because when we first made the announcement that you were coming on, a lot of people have been waiting all week for this show tonight. So it's great to have you on board.
Good deal. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've actually left you guys hanging right last week, and I apologize about that, but it's really cool you guys had me on. Thanks to that sexy man Joshua for that.
Oh, sexy Josh.
I tried.
With the small pinky.
Yes.
The excessively small, abnormally weird pinky. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I got something for that. Hold on. Here we go.
It is small, isn't it?
The pinky and the brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. In laboratory mice, the genes like the spice. The pinky and the brain.
That's right, Josh. Which one are you, pinky or the brain? Can you say
I'm both.
Snork?
Snork! What are we going to do tonight, brain? Tonight, Pinky, we're going to take over the world. Yes.
Snork.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more right here, Half-Life Radio.
Half-Life Radio. Playing today's best rock music on the internet. Broadcasting live from irc.gameshout.net. It's time to kick ass. Half-Life Radio. Half-Life Radio.
All right, these are the simple rules.
Half-Life Radio is property of Gameshout, a company of Red Planet LLC. All rights reserved. Executive producer, Andy Hodges. For live broadcast booking information, syndication, or advertising, email info@halfliferadio.com.
And now, the good news.
All comments expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Gameshout, Red Planet LLC, its advertisers, guests, or syndication affiliates. All music is licensed by ASCAP and BMI. Recordings of this broadcast prohibited without prior written consent. This is the #1 gaming station in the world for online gaming news, interviews, product reviews, and clan news. Broadcasting live from the bunkers of irc.gameshout.net. This is Half-Life Radio with Andy Hodges, Ranger, Timmay, SexyJosh, Lewis Cypher, Death Toll David, and Egoraptor. This show is live before an IRC audience. To participate, visit www.halfliferadio.com and click on the Chat Now link. Clicking Chat Now will connect you live in the radio channel on irc.gameshout.net. Half-Life Radio, playing the hottest in-game music in the world.
And welcome back to Gameshout. This is Half-Life Radio, and we're broadcasting live from the radio channel of... I'm hearing things, man.
It's all in your imagination, Andy. It's just a joke.
I'm having flashbacks, man. I'm having flashbacks.
You're just in a really large room. That's all.
We're broadcasting live on the radio channel on GamesNet. That's irc.gamesnet.net, and you can join us live. If you don't have an IRC client, log in to halfliferadio.com, click on the Chat Now link, and that'll get you right into the radio channel on GamesNet. We do the live shows Wednesday through Saturday night, starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. GMT. And while we're at it, we do have Stemage here. And while we're at it, who's the guest for tomorrow night? Does anybody know offhand?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Okay. There is a huge guest for... There's a huge guest for Friday, and Timmay has that information. Who's coming Friday?
Yeah, we actually got the community manager from...
Turn up your mic, jerk.
Yeah, jerk.
Sorry, whatever.
Jerk.
Oh, you guys are too much. We got the community manager over from Ubisoft coming on.
Turn up your mic.
Friday. Can you not hear me?
No, your TV's too loud.
You're real low, man. I'm watching Timmay right now from another, the other room in the studio. He's reclined back in the chair, all the way back away from the microphone with his feet up on the counter as if, that's the way to do a broadcast.
Hey, it's not my fault
saying
to
that's
broadcast from the break room. Anyways, as I was saying,
now we can hear you.
We got the community manager from Ubisoft coming on. It's one of our biggest guests ever. It's one of the biggest publishers in the world. He's coming on to share his ideas about games, to tell us about the future of Ubisoft, more games that are coming out. It's going to be a great show. So you guys are a fan of any of the games out, like Far Cry, you got your Tom Clancy games, you got Myst series. You're a fan of them, you're going to love the show. So tune in on Friday night for that.
It's going to be a big show Friday night. That show's starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. GMT, right here on Half-Life Radio.
Really big show. Big show for you. Really big show. Yeah. Tomorrow night, let's see, there's nothing here. Well, oh, wait a minute. Gettysburg. Oh, my goodness. Hey,
That's
hopefully it'll
last
play
week.
out. No, remember it was postponed to this week.
Oh, that's right. So Gettysburg is tomorrow.
Gettysburg is supposed to be tomorrow. I'm hoping
Thursday.
that plays out. Yeah, Thursday. I'm showing Gettysburg for Thursday.
Okay, so we got to make sure when the people are listening to the replay, we're talking about Thursday. Because when they hear the show tomorrow, they're going to be like, that's really cool, man. I'm going to tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, man. And it's... Oh, man, it's over.
Our guest tonight is Stemage, and from Metro... I'm sorry, what was the website again?
Metroid Metal, I think. Sorry, I'm sitting here watching the
MetroidMetal.com.
Stream of chat go by my face. It's quite entertaining.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in IRC in the radio channel right now, and definitely a lot of your fans that are here. I wonder if any of them are female, over the age of 18.
Oh, never. Girls?
If so, please PM Andy Hodges right away.
I heard SexyJosh is pretty hot. You might want to look for that handle in there somewhere.
Small pinky.
I'm already spoken for. She's kind of sitting right next to me.
There
And
with that
giving
context,
him
buddy.
the look. That's right.
Boy, he
Have
was
you
real
felt the
quick
look
on
before?
that.
Yeah, what?
One of the looks.
Oh, yeah, the looks, they can be bad. They can be bad. There is one, and now after 25 years of marriage, I can attest that there is one look that can cause creatures to shrivel up and die under its mere gaze of moments. I've been very too long.
You know, I hear that the I want you and the I hate you look is pretty much the same thing.
Only there's a little lip curl on one. You've got to just figure out which one's which.
That's dangerous.
And Andy, we also need to call Ghost tonight too, sometime.
Oh, well, you want to hang out with us, Stemmage, for Wacky Wednesday?
I think I could be here for just a little bit. I do.
Okay, well, what we got, E3 is happening in less than a couple of weeks, and we got a guy on scene right now. His name is Ghost Freeman. He's been watching the Civic Center out there where they're setting up the E3 booths. He's actually broken into this place, and he's watching how the Valve booth is coming, because they're now starting to set this thing up. So we're going to call him live on the radio and find out what's going on, if there's anything that he can see. He did ask earlier today if we knew Gabe Newell's birth date, because there's like this big safe in another booth, Half-Life 2 demo booth, that he feels that the demo is in that safe. And if we knew Gabe Newell's birth date, that might be the combination to unlock it.
So he hopes. So he hopes. Well, with that, let's see if we can't get him on the phone here. Okay. So I'm dialing his mobile phone. Let's see if we can't reach him.
Hello?
Ghost.
Yeah.
How you doing, Ghost?
There he is.
Great. How you doing? Who's this?
This is Capt Maverick.
Hey, Maverick. How you doing?
No, well, I'm doing okay. Hey, guess where we're going?
Where?
We're going to E3. Several of the Half-Life radio staff are going to be going out to E3 for the, the big show.
Oh, shit, you gonna be out here too?
Out here? What do you mean out here?
Well, alright, don't tell anyone this, but I'm currently sitting outside of where Half-Life and Valve Software is going to be setting up their booth.
Outside where they're setting up their booth?
Yeah, there's nothing here right now, but I have a strong feeling it should be tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So what are you hoping to accomplish here, Ghost?
I have no clue at this point in time, but all I don't know is that I'm going to get a good glimpse of Gabe Newell, and then I'm going to ask him a question that I've always wanted to ask him.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers or briefs?
Yeah, boxers or briefs.
And is he a thigh or a breast man? You know, his chicken.
Ah, chicken.
That's right, chicken.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I'm getting kind of hungry. I think you're going to make a shop over at KFC in a bit here.
Ask him if he's seen anything about the Half-Life 2 demo yet.
Have you seen anything about the Half-Life 2 demo yet?
No, not yet. I haven't seen anything yet. I have this really hankering feeling. See, what they did was they brought this big safe in the other day, and, there's a huge combination. By the way, do any of you know the birthday of Gabe Newell?
I don't know Gabe's birthday, but I can ask around.
It's the same as my birthday.
Yeah, could you? Because I really, really need to get inside of that safe. That way, I can see if the Half-Life 2 demo's in there, and I can get a sweet behind-the-scenes look.
Well, we're gonna, see that when we get out there.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, serious. Why?
I can't wait.
Well, we're press,
Oh,
That's right. Journalists. Serious journalists.
You're serious journalist?
Well, yeah, Ghost. Come on, don't judge us just by that fiasco at the Outback Steakhouse. And by the way, it was interesting seeing you there that night.
Yeah, I'm still kind of mad at SexyJosh about taking my food away before I was done, that jerk off.
Oh. Well, yeah, I understand your frustration. I do, but Josh seemed to feel that he was right in doing what he did and taking your food away.
Yeah, he was being a jerk.
No, you're the jerk. Oh, I'm sorry, that was just out of habit.
You laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing with you.
Oh, okay.
That's right. So,
okay.
So you're out there now. You're going to be out there for a while, it seems. It's like 2 weeks.
I plan to be sitting right where I'm at from now until E3 actually is.
And where are you sleeping, though?
Well, here and there. Last night it was in the ventilation systems of where we're at.
Ventilation systems.
Ventilation system. The night before it was in this trash can behind the area.
Ooh, I bet you really, smell pretty good right about now.
Yeah, well, see, I've been taking weird shower. It rained the other day too, so I took a shower in the rain. I used half-used bar soap I got from a hotel room.
Yeah, okay. Well, how did you get into that vent? You're, quite a stout man there, Ghost. How did you...
Thank goodness they have industrial-sized air conditioning.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, that stuff's huge. I could walk around in it and, just see, weird tumblings and, I could do freaking gymnastics inside of this thing. It's so big.
Wow. I mean, I've seen that kind of stuff, and I would have thought you would have had to grease yourself up there with some chicken grease to be able to, fit in.
Ask if you've seen any trucks pulling up.
And have you seen any trucks pulling up lately?
It's just, the usual, hotel trucks and, just trucks going by and all that kind of stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. I haven't seen any.
Has he seen the Valve tractor-trailer pull up yet?
But have you seen the Valve tractor-trailer pull up yet?
They came in and they dropped off the safe.
The safe. But what else did they drop off?
Just a safe and some cables, this giant Alex Vance statue.
Oh, Josh would like that.
Yeah, he's so a jerk, though, so don't tell him.
Oh, I won't.
You're the jerk.
You're the jerk, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't resist, It's just habit. So, what are you doing for food, then? I mean, you can only eat so much KFC.
Going through the ventilation system, I found that one of the vents is right behind, is in a wall right behind one of the snack machines. So I sawed through the wall and I kind of busted into the back of the food machine. So they don't quite know, and they've been wondering where the candy's been going, especially the M&Ms.
Okay, but how can you live without chicken soup or chicken?
I take my periodical stops over to KFC every now and then. I'm on a limited budget, I gotta try and save, conserve my money for the next, 2 weeks until it goes?
That's right, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and then we find out when Half-Life 2 is going to be released.
See, I originally thought it was April, it was in April 11th, and so I thought I would hear it then, and so ever since then I've been kind of sitting here hanging out, I've been trying to... budget my money from that time until the actual E3 starts.
Well, if you've been there since April 11th, how did you get down to the Outback?
Well, see, I had a little side trip.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Side trip.
I kind of figured, they're not going to be here for a while, so I'm going to go out and, head over to, stop home real quick, and then stop at the Outback, and I came on back.
Oh, okay. It's a lot of traveling by rail.
Out the place first.
You'd think, yeah. It didn't take me too long. The trips just go by just really quick.
Well, here's what I'd like you to do. Kind of stake the place out for us, okay?
I will stake it out. Lots of stakes will go everywhere.
That's right. And
stakes.
You kind of keep an eye on things, and we'll check in with you periodically, and we'll see what's going on at the convention center then.
I shall be here.
All right.
May the force be with you.
And Ghost?
Yes.
May the chicken be with you.
Oh, it's going to be with me in a second here. Half the KFC I go! Viva la KFC!
Long live the Colonel.
We actually have a movie clip of Ghost Freeman doing a Star Wars thing, but we'll get into that tomorrow.
That's sacrilege right there.
I need to see that
ever again.
Yeah, he's got the what do you call that thing?
The lightsaber.
No, don't say.
He's got the light.
And the light baton, the light staff. He's got a large, long staff.
And anyways, oh god, I hope it's not what I think it is. Is that video that was running around the office yesterday?
Yeah. That's the one.
That's the one.
Oh, that is just wrong. Don't even. That's just wrong. I want to kill him just for doing that.
He's playing around with the lightsaber, and of course he trips and he falls a few times and he gets back up and he's going back into action.
Rather humorous to watch.
We'll have it on the website maybe tomorrow or Friday. Well, we'll see what happens, but I think everyone would get a kick out of watching it.
I got a question for you guys about Mr. Ghost.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, you promise not to tell him that I asked this? Is that cool?
Promise.
All right. It might just be me, but I think he has a lisp.
No, actually, that's just you.
Oh, right on.
No.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
No, he doesn't. He's got a lisp. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice.
Naughty and nice.
That's right.
That guy was awesome. I'm coming back for the video.
I think so. I mean, Ghost he's just a one-of-a-kind kind of person.
He's a special person. He even admitted that he used to ride the short bus.
Hey, I used to be the driver of that bus. Yeah, never mind.
That was only because you hijacked the bus.
We've got some more questions from Ventrilo. I don't know why the Half-Life waiting room had moved below. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, hey, boss. We got a call here.
Let's
it's
take
Douglas
that.
from Steam. Gameshout Radio Network. This is Maverick.
Hey, Captain Maverick. How's it going, man?
Douglas from Steam.
Douglas
How you
from
doing,
Steam.
buddy?
I'm doing good, man.
Oh, hey, it's good to hear your voice. But you sound a little wore out. You okay?
Yeah, the Mountain Dew's kicking my ass.
Uh-oh. Well, you know, if you boil it, I understand it does a better job for you.
I'm thinking maybe I should go to Dr. Pepper, but I'm not sure.
Boiled Dr. Pepper works too, but Mr. Pibb does the best.
When's the Valve tractor-trailer pulling up to E3?
When is the, do you know when the Valve tractor-trailer is pulling up to E3?
Say that again?
Do you know when the Valve tractor-trailer will be pulling up to E3? You know, the convention center in Los Angeles.
Let me check my notes.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Douglas with Steam on the air with us tonight and checking his notes to find out when the tractor-trailer is supposed to pull up at the convention center in Los Angeles.
Goddamn Mountain Dew!
Oh, he spilled his Mountain Dew again, it sounds like.
Captain Maverick?
Yeah, I'm here.
I spilled it on the forum. Hold on.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
2 days before it shows up.
2 days before it shows up. That's when you're going to find out.
Yeah, we're kind of keeping it. I got to keep it top secret. I'll be calling in, you know.
Well, we're very interested. You know, I mean, we're going to start out next week. We're going to take a camper and we're going to start heading out that way. By Wednesday night next week, we should be in Las Vegas.
So who's all going? Let me write their names down.
Well, there's myself and Timmay. I think RebelDiver. Let's see, is Ranger coming? Andy.
Confirmation.
Andy told me he wasn't coming.
No, Andy's still coming at this point.
I have to bring the women.
See, he's bringing the women.
Yeah, I'm the woman guy.
Well, that's what I was hoping, because frankly, I've seen Andy's women, and I don't want to be around them.
Dude, look like a lady. Well, let me do my thing here. The Steam update.
Okay, ready for the Steam update.
The official 1.1 update for CSCZ has been released.
Okay.
So when you download Steam tonight, you'll get a big update. It's going to take some time.
Okay.
Okay, so be prepared.
All right.
Do whatever you want to eat. And then finally, the cool thing is improved game demo recording.
That'll be good.
And other than that, you are going to see some amazing stuff about the other project that I can't mention, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
Who's the Mountain Dew drinker in there?
Let's see. There's SexyJosh. He drinks Mountain Dew like it's going out of style. Timmy, you're a Mountain Dew drinker, aren't you?
Because I'll be having a Mountain Dew contest, and we'll be drinking. And if you beat me, you get a free copy of Secret Project.
Ooh. Timmy's going to be on that one, like white on rice, okay?
Damn right. All right, well, I got
now, I think Andy had a question also. Didn't you have a question you wanted me to ask Douglas from Steam here?
Well, I forgot because I'm surprised Timmy drinks Mountain Dew. I thought he drank tea.
He's gone.
I
He's gone.
Mountain Dew and
You there,
tea, damn
Douglas?
it.
Douglas? No, he's gone, guys.
He always splits like that.
Yeah, he is so... Man, he is slick, fast. It's that Mountain Dew. That's what... It does that to you, you know?
He's hyper.
Well, Mountain Dew does that to you, and I don't, I don't, I won't, hold that against
We need
you.
Mountain Dew for a sponsor here.
I drink a lot of Mountain Dew. I've got nerves of steel while my hand is sitting here shaking.
Mountain Dew looks too much like the inside of a glow stick.
And it's good. I like to glow.
RebelDiver, you got your bags packed yet?
Not yet. I still have to use all my clothing every day of the week until then.
Just buy new
I think
clothes
I'm
and
just
pack
gonna... That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about going like to Walmart and buying the cheap stuff and just packing it.
Well, we got to do that, but we also got the new T-shirts that we want to, we're working on too. Yeah. I'm gonna
the ones you want to pimp out.
Yeah, I want to get 2 or 3 of these to wear out there because, frankly, 4 days at E3 in Los Angeles, heat of 100 degrees, I don't think I want to wear one twice. Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't too bad today out in California. It wasn't as bad as it's been the last week.
But then there are going to be like thousands upon thousands of visitors there too, so that'll heat up the place no matter what the temperature in outdoors.
Especially if there's, women there, it's even going to get hotter.
Oh my
Sweaty,
God, there's
stinky
women
bodies.
here. Sweat, sweat, sweat.
Wet, sweaty, stinky bodies rubbing together. Oh. Honey, come here a minute.
Thousands of geeky guys walking up to the booth base going,
Is it hot in here or is it just me? I guess it is me. Somebody have a prophylactic?
Well, last year, I think it was the Vindy's booth, or was it NVIDIA's booth, where they brought in the stripper?
Where was this, huh? What now, huh?
E3. Whose booth was it when they brought in the girl and she started taking off her clothes and someone stopped her?
Hey.
Nothing wrong with that. ATI
Well, the
should,
funny
bring
thing,
in a giant cooling fan.
maybe it was the ATI booth. I can't remember, but someone took a picture of all these people, and you should have seen all the geeks in the background with their jaws dropped, looking at this girl, man.
Hands holding over their crotch.
No, not now.
Well, it should be fun. We're going to leave next week, and I hope this motorhome makes it, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, well, me too. I'm driving it, and it will be an interesting ride, to say the least. Just as long as Andy doesn't try grilling indoors again, we should be okay.
I have to buy all the hamburgers because we're going to be grilling out, and I guess we should grill outside, not inside the motorhome.
Hey, don't forget the chicken, I mean, we gotta have Ghost Freeman over for dinner at least once so we can clean out everything.
Oh, yeah,
Man,
no kidding.
having Ghost Freeman over for chicken is like Thanksgiving. Well, this will be a great week next week, and We do have some more people that want to ask Stemage a few more questions before he leaves. What we're going to do is bring in Hitman. Hitman, welcome. Half-Life Radio. You got a question for Stemage?
Oh yeah. Hey, who made your site?
Who made my site? I actually made my site. It's quite minimalist at this point. I just wanted to get the basic stuff up there, but I'm getting ready to add some tabs and some other stuff like that. So that would be me.
It's cool. I like it, man.
Right on.
Good job.
Thanks. Very tiny. Very tiny.
And TN5 is with us. You got a question for Stemage?
Not really. I had a comment on Mountain Dew, but that's gone, and I forgot to change my comment.
Well, what's the comment about Mountain Dew?
He should live with it and start drinking Sierra Mist.
Mountain Dew. You only rent Mountain Dew.
Is there a Mountain Don't?
Girth is here. You got a question for Stemage? The Girth Sniper, you got a question for Stemage?
Yeah, what inspired you to make that?
Say what inspired me to make it?
Yeah.
Let's see. How incredibly cool the music of the original game sounded after not hearing it for, I don't know, 8 years or so. It's really good. It's really inspiring, even though it's really simple. So I just thought I'd try to reinvent it a little. So there you go.
I have a question from the IRC room. Are you going to be doing any Metroid Prime music?
There are a couple tunes on that soundtrack in particular that I really like. There's actually, I think there's over 100 songs in the game. It's not like the original game where there was only like 8 basic tunes which would just loop forever. But there are a few tunes in Prime that I think I'll definitely be doing before this whole thing is over with. I don't know if I'll be doing that next, but I'll probably touch it at some point. Yeah.
And Headache is with us. He's got a question for Stemage.
Hello, Headache.
And he's not there.
Oh, yeah. Alright, Headache, go ahead.
I was just gonna wonder if he's gonna go into...
Go on.
In order to ask a question, you actually have to finish it.
Go into the bathroom? Is that what he's going to say?
Yes, that's what he's going to say.
No, I was gonna ask if he's gonna go on to any different type of game songs or anything like that.
Yeah, I definitely got a couple of old games that with some specific songs that I like. There's not really any soundtracks I'm interested in of redoing in their entirities. I know it's funny. A lot of people get on and they request stuff like Zelda and Mario, and it's just, I don't know, something is just sort of like really sort of happy and out in the woods about Zelda music. It doesn't really lend itself to a heavy interpretation, if you know what I mean. Metroid had that mystery about it. That's why I chose that. So, but yeah, probably some old stuff I'll be redoing. Probably won't do entire soundtracks. I might do one song at a time. But that's probably after I finish this whole Metroid run that I'm on right now. So yeah, good question.
How about Duke Nukem 3D?
Oh, that stuff rocks. That's what dreams are made of, right there.
No kidding, man. No kidding.
It's all about
kick.
It's all
Thanks,
about
Commander.
yeah. Something about blowing those pixelated strippers away was just rewarding, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
You should definitely sample some Half-Life 2 music.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's
the freaking game out.
I know. Someone actually put in the chat earlier, like, are you going to do the Metroid Prime 2 music? And I'm like, well, that'll probably be pretty good whenever I hear it.
Have you ever thought of doing like Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger music remixes?
A lot of Chrono Trigger questions, definitely. Like I've heard that a lot, and I played.
Half-Life Radio is brought to you in part by HalfLifeSource.com.